Taylor, welcome to Punt Road. Walk us through what the initial feeling was like when the club approached you to come in and join our coaching ranks.
Yeah, it was pretty fresh off announcing my retirement, so I still had our VFL granny to go. So sort of mine was all over the shop, but Ooze reached out. It was cool to have a chat with him and a few of the other people at the club. Got a great relationship with Ooze, so to kick off those initial conversations was pretty natural.
And talk us through some of those existing relationships that you just mentioned, obviously with Ooze and former teammate Luke Bruce, who will also be joining us next year.
Yeah, so I worked really closely with Ooze initially as a development coach, and then for a period of time as my assistant coach in the backline. So I worked with him for a number of years, and then Punky I've known not just for my time at Hawthorn, but we used to play state footy together under 12, so that was an eternity ago. So I've known him for a long time, but also Jack Zeeble I went to boarding school with and grew up in a similar area. So, the development crew, I've got a strong connection with.
And obviously you've had a very decorated playing career, picking up a few premierships along the way, but was coaching ever something that was on your radar post-footy? Yeah,
it's probably one of those things that develops over time. So, I felt like I was a natural leader in a sense and, good with, my voice and instruction and stuff. But then as you get older, you start to develop stronger relationships and work out how you can influence people around you and things like that. So really the last 2 years of, my playing career, I was starting to put more focus on to, upskilling myself and getting myself a little bit more ready for coaching. And so, as this year played out, I was pretty certain that that was something that I wanted to do. And so, really fortunate to have landed this position, especially with, in the development space, so many young guys to help us, propel forward as a club. But, for me to work directly with is, really exciting.
And coming in as a backline coach, obviously observing our current backline, is there anyone in particular that you're most excited to start working with?
It's a really good young mix. I just think, although he's not a player like me at all, but Josh Gibkiss, who's really highly talented, obviously had a lot of poor luck with his injury history and things like that. So just to see guys that, that's sort of similar to me when I started, whether it was injury or form or whatnot, took a long time to get going. So, potentially to help someone like him through similar challenges or guys in similar positions. But there's just so many to work with. I'm really excited.
And speaking of that young list, obviously the focus is on developing them as quickly as possible. Is that, a challenge that excites you?
I mean, we obviously want to challenge them, to develop them as quick as possible, but, everyone takes their time, or they can take different times, I should say. So I'm just really excited to try help bring together a bunch of young guys to push forward in one direction. Like, the time of things, obviously we want to get there as quick as possible as a list, as a club, but, to build something meaningful. And for me, that starts with the younger fellas, but hopefully I can develop a connection with all the playing list and impart some of my knowledge that I've gained over a number of years. But just really excited to sort of immerse myself in it, be part of it, and hopefully build something really special.
And just on that, obviously pre-season is just around the corner. What are some of your own personal goals and things that you want to implement when the boys come back next month?
Yeah, probably just things that I felt that really helped me, step up, either from a young fella turning into a more consistent AFL player, or even in what I've learnt since changing clubs, say from Hawks to Dogs, some of the stuff that helped maybe build on my game. So a lot of one-on-one stuff I think I'll be able to have a really good influence with. I mean, I'm new to the system, so a lot of this stuff holistically and around the game plan and coaching I'll develop over the year, but my access to players, I've got that from day one, so be able to just build relationships hopefully initially and then help those guys with some of their craft,